Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're fine. Guys, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate the love. Can we continue, please, to subscribe? Let's hit the 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, Penelope the African Princess. I really appreciate the love. Facebook family, thank you so much. I appreciate each and everyone that takes their time to send me a message, to share the love, to contribute to some crazy discussions that we'll be having online. I appreciate all the love. As usual, let's talk, let's discuss about this, guys. We as humans, a tendency where we want to blame people for our failures. Why am I saying that? Why do I feel like talking about why do we people, especially people of my color, people in the African continent, why do we have this thing of blaming other people for our failures? Why am I talking about this? Queen Elizabeth died. The Queen of England died. We're having so many discussions coming up. People are airing their views, some the beautiful views that they had towards the Queen, and some are blaming the Queen for their failed governance, especially in the African continent. Why am I saying that? Guys, ever since I was born, I think I was born two years before independence. Ne? 2 years before independence. Zimbabwe got its independence in 1980. 1980 to 2022. Zimbabwe has been ruling under the governance of President Robert Mugabe, ari president wedu. We have seen a Zimbabwe that was beautiful being run as Ian Smith. We have seen the Zimbabwe crumble to ground zero. People looting. The rich people getting richer. It's not even about the rich people getting richer. The people that are in government getting richer and richer by themselves and not caring for our Zimbabwean country. Then do you expect me as a Zimbabwean kuti 42 years later, I have seen Mnangagwa, Constantine Chiwenga and Bamugabe looting things from my beloved country. Then you want me to come and blame the Queen, to say the Queen colonized, the Queen Commonwealth, the Queen ruled Africa. For 42 years, my own fathers failed. They have completely failed. So tell me, how as a human being am I able to not mourn the Queen when even my forefathers, the immediate ones, have failed? I think Zimbabwe was one of the first countries to claim the land from white people. What have we done with the land? Oh, cry, my beloved country. It's a case, I'm telling you. It's unfortunate it's coming from me, but it's a case. It's a real case that the African child is going to experience for so many years. Yes, the Queen conquered. They were taking whatever, colonizing and what. The history there. But what did she do? She did well for her people. She did well for her people. In the process of doing whatever they were doing at that time of the decades or the years, she did well. Whatever they were doing it for the British people. Let's come back to the African countries. What are your presidents, what are your leaders doing for the good of you people staying in those countries? Don't we look at how Zambia was? Kaunda took independence from the English people. What did he do? All we could see was pothole and pothole and pothole and pothole in Zambia. It has taken Zambians 50 years to be on a positive path. 50 years after independence. But we still complain and blame. For how long, as the African child, are you going to start taking actions and not blame colonization, slavery? It happened. We can't unwrite that. It happened. But when are we going to start taking responsibility and saying, let's build our own nations as the African people? We cannot always be crying over spilled milk, guys. We cannot always be crying over spilled milk. The present thing in Zimbabwe, we don't have hospitals running. We don't have education system running. But then you want me to blame Queen Elizabeth for colonizing Zimbabwe 80 years ago or 90 years ago? What about the period that I was born and I was watching things happening? Who am I going to blame? Let's come up as people where we should learn to accept that at some certain point in life, history happened. But how do we correct the presence? The present life that we are living, how do we correct it and make it worthwhile for every life that is surviving in that African country? When are we going to come up united as an African continent to support each other and build the African continent? Yes, the Europeans came, they colonized Africa. But look how organized all European countries are. Germany, France, England, the Dutch, they all came and colonized. But they were colonizing to better their people's lives there. It's time, as the African child, as the African leader, you started taking responsibility. Make your wealth, build your African continent. Get your minerals, build your country. Not only for yourself, but for the next generations to come. We have all the resources that we need in Africa. We have all the wealth that we need in Africa. And if we stopped our greediness, we can build a beautiful Africa, a united African continent. The more we stop blaming things on the past that we were not even part of. Yes, I read about colonization. Yes, I heard about how terrible it was for my African brothers and sisters. But we are at a stage, present day, we are an independent country. What are we doing about the independent country that we obtained 42 years ago? What have we done? If anything, we have even destroyed what the colonel Ian Smith left for us. Parenyatwa Hospital was built under Ian Smith. Harare Hospital was built under Ian Smith. The school I went to, the school that I went to was built for the struggle, what you call them, the military people that had gone to war, and then they came back and they were supposed to go ex-combatants. Yes, it was built for ex-combatants to come and get an education. All those things were built under Ian Smith, who was our colonel. What has Mnangagwa done for us besides looting? What has Mugabe done for you and me as a Zimbabwean, that we can stand up proudly and say, well done to our president? Let's become the responsible human beings. And instead of crying things that we had no control over, today, 2022, we have the ability to change our African continent to the better. I admire all those African footballers that will go and play in Europe, and when they have acquired so much money, they come back and invest in their country. I admire the singers that sing out there, and after they've acquired so much wealth, they come back and invest in their country. That's what a responsible African person should be doing. Stop blaming, stop wasting time and blaming. Put an end to the corruption that is going within our own countries. People are saying, oh, there's a diamond. This is the irony about the whole thing, about the diamond. Everyone is talking about the 400 worth diamond. South Africa has got 60 million population. Are you ever hearing South Africans complaining? They're not. It's you people from other neighboring countries that are complaining about the diamond. Do you know why South Africans are not complaining? Because they have a better economy than any other countries in Africa. They are not bothered, even if the diamond was taken, but their economy right now is in a better place that they would not be bothered. But we are coming from a country where everything is scrambled, and we can't face the people that are doing those things to us. Imagine what kind of history our kids or grand kids going to read when all we do is take to Facebook and blame and blame and blame. May so rest in peace, the Queen of England, Her Majesty. As a woman, I honestly feel, God, please give me that opportunity so that I can rule my country for 50 years as well and make it a better place for every girl child, man child, any citizen born in Zimbabwe, with love and dedication, like what Queen Elizabeth did for the British people. That's my wish. That's my prayer. Grant me, Lord, the power to rule over my Zimbabwean country for the next 50 years with so much love and dedication like Queen did for her people of Britain. That's my wish. She meant well for her people of England. She meant well for her people. Whatever happened, happened. But her people are sorted for life. Guys, who doesn't want some elder that's going to work and build your country and you'll be sorted for centuries and centuries and centuries to come? I'd love that. I'd love to make that change also in Zimbabwe. If God can grant me the power, I will. And all the time in the morning, I wake up and say, give me the strength to rule over Zimbabwe with love and dedication. If I'm gonna whatever source funds to make Zimbabwe a beautiful country, let it be, so that my Zimbabwean people will be sorted for life. That's my take about the subject. Let's start fixing Zimbabwe and stop blaming people. Things happened in the past, they happened. You cannot unwrite the slave trade period. You can never unwrite the colonization period in Africa. It is what it is. But let's rewrite our present state of the African countries, where we put an end to corruption and have a better, brighter future for our African kids and generations to follow. Thank you so much. Zimbabweans, please don't forget to register and vote. We need the vote. We need to start taking responsibility and make the change in our country. I love you so much, guys, and take care. Follow my YouTube channel. I need your support on my YouTube platform. I'm going to also rule, when I rule Zimbabwe, I'm going to be like, Lord, grant me the love that the Queen had for the people of Britain. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I'll build the Zimbabwean empire for you with love.